Everything you say can will be used against you.
What was that?
I said it's being recorded. Everything you say can and will be used against you.
Yeah. They're recording us whether they ask or not.
Yeah, right.
Right.
That was just a facade. They're recording us.
All right, we're just getting, I'll let you know when we're live on Facebook. It's going to go to your page, Robbie, so you'll
Okay.
give your phone to tell us when.
All right.
Hold up. Okay.
What am I looking for?
Just when it comes up live. Continue. I'm Melissa. I'm trying to title this with a catchy title. Your biggest win that people want. All of them.
Right.
I don't even know what to say. We've got so many.
You'll think of something good. I know you will. You always do.
How Melissa took her life from a 10 to 100, or took her life from good to great. Okay, still hasn't come up yet.
All right. We're preparing.
Oh, so it's not even streaming yet?
It says it's live on Facebook.
It does?
Oh,
Right.
good. All right, so now what do you want to do?
Yay. Share it to the group.
Share it to what group?
Warrior Code. Hi, Facebook. Good evening.
I'm just looking for the Warrior Code here.
And we're bringing you guys Melissa tonight with this amazing, incredible story that she has. She has been working with us in Revolution for the past 15 weeks now. She's like one of our veteran revolutions. Right. She is the revolution.
She is the revolution. She's ready. She's unleashed.
Yeah.
She's ready to go.
She is. And so we wanted to just share with you tonight Melissa's story because it's absolutely incredible. The massive up level and changes that she has made over the past 15 weeks.
Right.
So Melissa.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna brag about you. It's our turn to brag about you. You're pretty awesome. You've done some amazing things.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Who are you? What's your family dynamic? What do you do? Give us a scoop on Melissa.
So I am currently a homeschool mom of 3. I have 4, but 3 that are school age. So our family dynamic is we're always together. I'm always with my kids, but it's actually turned out to be such a blessing, which I was that mom that needed that time for them to be in school. So with this whole shift, it's really making me appreciate things in a little bit of a different light. And I'm a board certified holistic health practitioner. I run my business out of my home, which I feel so fortunate to do that. And I live in Hamburg.
Great. Awesome. Beautiful. And so when you decided to join Revolution, like before you started any of our work together, what was it like for you? Where were you physically, mentally, emotionally?
Needing more, I guess. And I think that's super cliche, but I was in a place where the relationship that I'm in is new but old. So I'll save that story for another time. But I needed to be different. I needed to be a different person in order to make this relationship work. So I needed to find my own identity and have mental strength, physical strength, and just to be a good business owner and a good mom and a good wife. And Revolution kept popping up in my feed and just really resonated with me as something that could help me, could be a vehicle to use in my life.
Yeah.
So the way you described that, it's not that you were broken or had huge issues. You just wanted more. You were a freaking kick-ass person who knew that there was more to where you were, where your relationship was, and where your life was, and you wanted to get that.
Yes. Yeah, I definitely needed to up level and didn't quite know how to do it. I always had a vision, lots of visions for my life and for myself and for my family, but it was like that missing link that I needed to really push myself to step outside my comfort zone. There's a lot of my comfort zones that happened. Yeah, you need that. You need to step outside your comfort zone to grow.
Yeah. And sometimes even when it's right in front of your face, you're like, I know these are my goals. This is what I want to do. Like, even when you can like identify them clearly, the path to getting there isn't so clear.
Right.
And when it's so close to home, sometimes I think you need that guidance, that coaching,
Yeah.
and to create the roadmap for yourself.
Yeah. And as a woman, we can lose ourselves too, between being a mom and being a partner. I feel a lot of the burden of that falls on women in the family. That's just the way it kind of just happens. And so to have your own identity and to still be able to hold your ground and be a mother and be a wife and cook dinner and grow in your physical and emotional strength is huge. And I think that it resonates with a lot of women.
Yes, absolutely. I agree. And because there's that like that desire still, I think you and I like are similar in this way, like that desire to provide for your family in a traditional way, where you're the matriarch of the family and keeping the family structure going, but also in that legacy level way where you are creating massive impact and doing bigger things outside of the home that cause your family to want to reach and to grow as well.
Exactly. Yep. So for me, it was strength all around and my own identity.
Yeah, you're definitely a mover and a shaker. You're not just the matriarch at home. You that same shining light that you provide your family is out in the community. You are definitely a woman who, as traditional as you are with your family, you're breaking the mold out in town.
Yes.
I mean, you're
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that that really is a lot of the work that you've done in Revolution is tied to that. And I remember what you had said in the beginning to us, that you wanted to rewrite what it is to be a woman in your family. You wanted to break kind of some of the molds and some of the stigmas or the limitations that women in your family have lived under up to this point. So share with everybody, like what have you done? What have you changed in Revolution? How have you grown? What have some of your accomplishments been?
So definitely broke the lineage in my family with victimized women. Between my mother and above, women were just dependent on men, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you can't have all your eggs in one basket. It has to be an equal partnership. So I feel that I bring that to the table in my relationship through Revolution, just learning different ways of communication, how to be and how to listen. I like that part. That was one of my favorite lessons, how to listen. And well, I've improved physically. Like, I'm stronger than I've ever been. I run faster than I've ever ran. And I remember telling Robbie in the beginning, I will not run. I'm not a runner in my interview.
Now you're doing 8 minute miles.
Right.
And then you guys were like, oh, you're running a mile and swinging the kettlebell. I'm like, okay. And that's another thing is my strength. So numbers, they might mean something to some people. So my kettlebell swings went from 153 to 290. So that was a big shift. And my business, we just both, my husband and I launched our businesses this year, and he has seen my strength grow, which has allowed him to really take some notes, and he started running with me, and his business is growing tenfold. My business has grown more in 4 months than it ever has in the past 4 years. Just because I'm better at making connections, I'm better at following up with people, I'm better at kind of just meeting people where they're at, understanding the need and fulfilling it.
Yeah. And that's been a lot of the work that we've done together is we say we use fitness and nutrition as a vehicle for personal development and leadership development. And a lot of your work and the work that we've been coaching you through is in the area of your business. And not only those interpersonal things you're mentioning, but like the strategy and the scale around it. And you have taken that, like you said, it's phenomenal. Like you've grown more in 4 months than you had.
I've listened to so many of these coaching sessions that you and Kelly have had specifically to your business and some of the techniques that she shared. You're knocking those techniques out of the park. Like you are taking that, applying it, and it's, oh my gosh, it's doing such great things for you.
Yeah, I just have more clarity now, and I know who I am and who I serve. And I didn't know that before. And that's huge when you're in this kind of business, as you guys know. If you don't know who you're serving, you're going to serve everyone and no one. So.
And how about your self-worth, like the value that you now place in yourself?
What was that?
How about your self-worth, the value that you now place on yourself, the value that you see in yourself that you offer to others?
That's definitely evolved immensely. So that's another thing that was lost in my past life was very low on the totem pole. So I didn't really find that of any value. I didn't really think that that mattered, especially with the lineage in my family. That was one thing that the women just forgoed, was self-worth. And knowing that's super important because you kind of build everything else in your life around that. And I'm a spiritual woman, and, you know, God is in the center of my world, but, you know, I have to know what I'm worth in order for me to influence other people understand what they're worth.
Yeah, beautiful. That's so great. So you, when you started with us, you know, joining Revolution was an investment for you. It was a time investment. Like, you're busy. You got 3 kids. You're a leader in your community. You own your own business. You support your husband and owning his own business. You got a lot of stuff going on. And Revolution is absolutely a time commitment. It is an investment of your time.
Yeah.
And it's a financial commitment as well.
Right.
Yes.
And, you know, coming into it, I'm sure there was like a little bit of nervousness and a little like, oh my gosh, like, how am I going to make this work financially? How am I going to make this work time-wise? Am I going to be able to, you know, do the things? And, you know, you have been able to step up. How have you seen that investment, or, you know, to what level, or how do you quantify that investment that you've made, the financial and the time investment you've made in yourself? How has that paid off?
So when Robbie and I first talked and he gave me, you know, this is what it's going to cost, it was more, it definitely was like, ooh. And then we talked a little bit after that, and he really got me to see that if you don't invest in yourself now, you never will. You're just going to keep putting it off till you get to the point where you're 90 and you look back and you're like, I wonder what would have happened if I would have done the thing. And to me, knowing who you guys are and just the people that you are and the way that you coach, it has paid off in light years and in blessings. So I would encourage anyone who is considering it, and even if you have to, you know, and the thing is, if you want to do this, you will find a way, and I've found a way. Every month I find a way. When you want something bad enough, you find a way. But people do that for other things that they, you know, of less value, and things that don't further themselves, things that are not empowering. They find a way to afford Starbucks, and they find a way to afford Target, but they can't find a way to afford themselves. So I think it's a shift in a mindset. And when you find, you know, when you realize your self-worth and you find a way to afford it, the future that it pays off in is, you can't even, it's unmatched.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, those are amazing words to end this on. We've been honored to coach you and to bear witness to and walk alongside your growth, because it has been so powerful. And I have chills right now, because it like is, I'm thinking of how your willingness to invest in yourself, Melissa, everybody who comes in contact with you is benefiting from that. Like, and I see it. We see it. We see that light that you're a light bringer.
Look at the community you're building around homeschooling.
Yeah.
You're providing so much leadership and so much insight and so much love to families everywhere. Hundreds of families. It's incredible.
Yeah.
You're changing your community through your work.
Yeah. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for this path, and I feel like none of this would have come if I wouldn't have made the choices that I did. So it's a step that I would encourage anyone to take.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Melissa.
Thanks for sharing a little bit of your
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thanks
Good night.
so much.
Good night.